This week, we've seen Joe Biden, the 46th President of the United States, a crypto-friendly chairman and a not-so-crypto-friendly chair enter the White House. The big question is this shift in administration, what does it mean for the industry? As we know, Trump was wildly anti-crypto, but this administration actually focuses on two opposing characters. We've got the crypto-wary Janet Yellen as the Treasury, and then we've also got the understanding Gary Gensler at the SEC. So we'll take a look at all three profiles and also compare the US to 5 other crypto countries. So don't go anywhere. I'm Jessica Walker and this is BeInCrypto News. Well, first up, we're welcoming Janet Yellen, the new US Secretary of Treasury. Now, you may recognize her from the famous Buy Bitcoin photobomb, but the former chairwoman of the Federal Reserve of the United States is actually set to make a splash in her new role. Now, previously, Yellen has been known to make some pretty firm statements. Back when she was chair in 2017, she called Bitcoin a highly speculative asset that doesn't constitute legal tender. So during a press conference that we saw very recently in Washington, actually on Wednesday, she said that Bitcoin at this time plays a very small role in the payment system, actually downplaying its abilities to affect the wider financial markets. She also added that Bitcoin is not a stable store of value, probably referencing the volatile few weeks that we've seen in the industry. Now, according to Forbes, she showed interest in crypto. Yellen actually said that cryptocurrency transactions were used, though, mainly for illicit financing. So though she said that she feared that it must be curtailed, she's also said that she would want some change in approaching to actually prevent future money laundering. Now, while she's made no specific promises, there have been several developments in fighting crypto crime recently. Stopping crypto use for criminal activity actually seems to be a really major concern for Yellen, not the rise in cryptocurrency adoption themselves. She's actually spoken out and said that we need to make sure that our methods for dealing with these matters of terrorists using cryptocurrencies with terrorist financing change along with the changing technology. So she is showing a fairly proactive approach here, although it might not be the ones that everyone was expecting. Now, there is even a possibility that even a relatively anti-crypto incoming Treasury head could suddenly be a convinced Bitcoinist like Michael Saylor, for example. However, Yellen's past statements regarding economic innovation points to two things that she really needs to see before she's proactive. She needs to see a balance in regulation and also an evolving economic ecosystem at the moment. Now, one important thing to note is that Yellen's determination to not end the pandemic-related stimulus too abruptly, this actually could affect cryptocurrency prices. Michael Saylor has pointed out that actually it was the first COVID-19 related stimulus and subsequent depreciation of the US dollar that actually moved him pro-crypto. Now, on the news, Anthony Pompliano was actually quick to speak out defending Bitcoin against Yellen's concern of money laundering, reminding her that the large banks launder more money than the entire Bitcoin market cap. Well, our next new to office on the other end of the spectrum is the new SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, who knows more than a little about blockchain technology. In fact, he actually taught blockchain at MIT and has participated in many industry-related forums and conferences. Gensler has said several positive things about crypto, including calling Bitcoin a modern form of gold. He is as well informed and engaged with digital assets as we could have actually possibly hoped for the chair of the US financial regulator to be. A lot of us don't think that there could be a better outcome. So now we're going to take a look at what his plans are. Well, at the MIT Bitcoin Expo in 2019, Gensler actually says that as Bitcoin and Ethereum futures already exist, it's really inconsistent that an ETF doesn't exist.
But underlying that, Bitcoin futures and I think Ethereum futures and so forth will exist, and Bitcoin ETFs have not, and that feels a little inconsistent to me.
So the big question now is, will the SEC under Gensler greenlight a retail Bitcoin exchange traded fund? Now, of course, Gensler is also aware that the asset class is rife with vulnerabilities. We've also got scams and manipulation. The crypto community actually will likely be pleased with the decision if it's true, as Gensler has sound knowledge of the asset and the technology and can probably implement regulation at a tighter standpoint. Now, as expected, the community reacted in a complete opposite way to Yellen's new office role. Brad Garlinghouse referred to this move as a path forward for blockchain and crypto innovation in the United States. So let's take a look now overall at what we can expect from Biden's new administration. While both of them have a wealth of experience, Yellen in regulatory clarity, markets, plus economic health and recovery, and Gensler in understanding cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and stablecoins. So regulatory clarity with the Biden administration in cryptocurrencies and blockchain is to be expected. In my eyes, this is a pretty crypto-friendly administration. So all in all, it looks like we're set to see a really proactive approach as we move forward when it comes to regulatory bodies and a clear understanding. The US could actually make some really strong headwinds here and even become a crypto-friendly country. Either way, it's going to be a busy few years for the administration. Here at BeInCrypto, we're going to do our best to keep a close eye and bring you all the latest developments. Now, rather than ending this episode with our typical technical analysis today, I actually thought I would take you through our top 5 crypto-friendly countries in the world. And who knows, actually next year, the US might make it onto the leaderboard. So first up, we have Switzerland. There is a small lakeside town called Zug, just south of Zurich, now known as Crypto Valley, and it's been the major focus of attention. It's one of the first towns in the world to accept Bitcoin for several public services. Well, then second place, we've got Antigua and Barbuda. So for instance, Antigua and Barbuda, they slowly joined the crypto world, aiming to really diversify their economy. The government actually allows investors to get passports and residency in exchange for Bitcoin, and the equivalent price is around $125,000 US. Third place is Japan. The Japanese government has recognized cryptocurrencies as legal tender since April 2017. It means that Bitcoin and altcoins also have the same law zone as traditional fiat currencies, such as the safe haven Japanese yen. Now, many experts actually consider Japan as the most crypto-pro country in the world. Next, we've got Estonia, which actually realizes that it can become the region's leader, owing the well-timed adoption of the new technologies. After launching the e-residency process in Estonia, it actually unveiled plans to make all governmental services blockchain-based. And finally, we've got Malta. Malta aims to turn into a unique crypto offshore country. The crypto-friendly jurisdiction that is Malta started branding itself as the blockchain island from July of 2018 and actually has welcomed many startups along the way. Well, there we have the latest updates in the Biden administration. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're based in the US or other parts of the world, what do you think this means for crypto overall? Are you bullish and are you optimistic? Share your thoughts in the comments box below, and like always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. I'm Jessica Walker and this is BeInCrypto News.